Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Fusion Generator. We are back on this website once again, ready to create some more abominations. Hopefully, we don't get just straight abominations. I would like to see some badass Pokemon in here. I would like to see some cute Pokemon in here, but ultimately, we are randomly fusing Pokemon together, seeing what pops out, and then in the final 5 minutes, I will go through your comments from last week on last week's video, and hopefully we will see some beautiful things that you guys have created. I really hope that they aren't just being smashed into a door this week, but we'll see. We'll see. To start things off though, we have Pseudonium right in front of here, which honestly, this Pokemon makes me question so many things. First of all, its face is beautiful, okay? I can't even say anything bad about that. That straight up looks beautiful, okay? Nothing needs to be changed here. Amazing. Color scheme with why not? Honestly, it looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. It's got a nice blue. The petals look kind of nice around it. His colors look nice. His face is nice. Meganium, actually a Pokemon I like quite a lot. So overall, I like the Pokemon that this is fused together with. Rock Psychic typing, a little bit weird. Definitely a little bit weird. Don't know how I feel about that. I wouldn't really say this strikes me as a Rock Psychic type. Maybe a Psychic type. It does look like it has the brain capacity. Look at this giant head. Rock, not really feeling it. Maybe even, I guess just pure Psychic. Maybe Grass, because it has petals, but at the same time, when the petals are grey and white, the plant is probably dying, so maybe just Psychic seems good. Maybe like Psychic Ghost. Throw in like a Hooper kind of vibe over there. I don't know, but this is a fusion with Sudowoodo, Sudowoodo, Meganium, and why not. Looks kind of nice. Moving on from this though, we are going to go ahead, click the all random button a couple of times until we get some beautiful Pokemon pop onto our screen, like Wormily. Oh, Wormily, what happened? What happened to you? Are you okay? Did something bad happen to you? Something bad happened to this Pokemon. Wormadam's eyes just are weird. They are just super weird. They should not be put onto any other Pokemon other than Wormadam, because for some reason, it has half eyeballs. I don't know what happened to Wormadam for it to develop half eyeballs, but if it works for it, I'm not going to complain. Bug Grass type, Wormadam, Starly, Ivysaur. I like all these Pokemon. Well, actually, I don't really love Wormadam. I wouldn't say this is the Steel type Wormadam either. This is definitely the normal, or the Bug Grass type Wormadam. I don't know why it's popping Steel up here. It's a little bit weird. But Starly, you know, it's a nice Pokemon. It's a generic bird. This doesn't look like a generic bird. This looks like it's a bird that's been killed and infested by bugs and overgrown by moss, which is, you know, kind of morbid, but it's what it looks like, so I don't know what else to say. It's kind of creepy. In fact, it's a little bit too creepy. I'm just gonna run away from it right now and go all random again. Okay, there we go. Delibird, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at it. Beautiful. Look at those red balls. Beautiful. Delibird, Jumpluff, and Carnivine. Carnivine's colouring is actually not making me hate this for some reason, because somehow from Carnivine's colouring, we've got these beautiful red balls. I'm assuming it comes from either this tiny little red strand down here on its body or from its mouth. I'm not complaining. I kind of like it. I think it gives this Pokemon a nice flair. Delibird's face on Jumpluff doesn't really work. I think maybe we could get something better, but at the same time, Delibird works with the red. So, you win some, you lose some. Overall, I mean, I kind of love it, because it's got Delibird in it. Ice Grass typing? I guess that fits. Although, to be honest, flying? Maybe grass flying? I don't really see any ice in this. I don't. I'd sooner call it a fire type than an ice type, because I want to imagine these red balls are just filled with fire and they explode and destroy everything. Is that a weird thought? Maybe a little bit. Either way, Delipluff, nice Pokemon. Moving on from Delipluff though, can we get something that matches this in beauty? We get Trapfish. Well, you know, maybe. I don't know. It's close, I'll give it that. Poison type Drapion with the water type Quillfish. I like this that this thing keeps the poison typing. Becomes part fire type because of Macargo, which is strange considering it has fish in its name and it's a fire type. But hey, you know, the Pokemon can do what it wants at the end of the day. Drapfish should probably be a poison water type. It shouldn't really change too much from Quillfish. It does look mildly more possessed by demons, which is always a good thing. I like that. I like Quillfish's little stupid tail. I don't know why, but it just reminds me of a tag you would find on like a stuffed toy in a store. So I like that. I like that. It honestly looks a little bit like just a stress ball with a store-bought tag. Is that a weird thought? Maybe. It would definitely poison you with these quills, so... yeah, maybe a bad choice for a stress ball, you know, you would kill yourself by stressing with it, but still, a nice Pokemon. I don't really have a lot to say about the Pokemon itself, I just think it looks kind of stupid and I like that, so 10 out of 10, love it. Next up though we have Metagross. This is a combination of some powerful Pokemon and a Love Disc. And a Love Disc. Love Disc, sorry, you're not quite a powerful Pokemon. You're just here to make it pink and fabulous, okay? And that's alright. You get away with that, that's fine. But Metagross, with the Steel typing, its face does not work with this Pokemon, but if we imagine that it was positioned correctly, I think this would look a lot better. It's just because the fusion kind of makes its face a little bit lopsided, doesn't really work on Darkrai perfectly. But if you imagine, like, Metagross's cross just, like, in here with, like, Metagross's glowing red eye, I think it could look pretty cool. Metagross and Darkrai, some beautiful Pokemon. Some amazing Pokemon, great individually. Combined, I don't know if I'm feeling it. Steel Water typing as well? I don't think that works. It's too fabulous. It needs to be a Fairy type. Maybe if it was... I think it has to be pure Fairy as well. As much as I would love for this to be part Dark somehow, because it has Darkrai in its name, and part of its name is Metal because of Metagross, I don't know. Maybe Steel Fairy. Steel Fairy would be kind of interesting. Either way, moving on to the next Pokemon, we are going to get... boom. It is a that. It's that, you know, that one, of course. That Pokemon that I can clearly pronounce. It's a, give me a moment here. Knockenpie. Knockenpie? Knockenpie. Maybe it's a silent C, Non-P. We'll call it Non-P with a silent C. It has that pizzazz in its name. It has a real creepy vibe. Definitely think Psychic type needs to be in this thing. I don't know why. It's reminding me a little bit of Drowsy, which is not a compliment. That is the furthest from a compliment I could possibly say. Gives me a Drowsy Hypno kind of vibe. Don't want to see that at all. Pokemon itself is a fusion of Noctowl, Phanpy, and Pichu, which, again, is a strange combination of Pokemon, honestly. It's not 3 Pokemon I would think to fuse together, and maybe that's a good thing, because this Pokemon has a backstory. I would love to know its backstory. I would love to know why it decided on the name Non-P. It's a strange name. It's become a normal electric type, which I guess normal works? Electric? No. Normal psychic. This is a normal psychic type. I get a Girafarig kind of vibe from it. Normal psychic type fits. Its ears, honestly, look kind of... It's a mess. It's a mess. I can't find anything that I like about it. I'm sorry, it's a mess. I don't know. We're just gonna run away from it. It doesn't exist. Boom. We have Tordos. Oh. And next up, we have Croyena. Croyena? Is that how I say that? Crawdaunt with Mightyena? Yeah. Croyena. Okay. That is a face. Okay. First up, we need to talk about this face. That is a face. What kind of face? It's a Crawdaunt face. What else do I have to say about that? Is it beautiful? Kinda. It's kinda beautiful. Its eyes make it look like it has just seen how the world's going to end. Maybe it has. Maybe this Pokemon has psychic powers. It looks like it has psychic powers somehow. But this is a fusion of Crawdaunt, Mightyena, and Venonat. Definitely needs to be part Dark type, because this Pokemon sees horrible things. When it closes its eyes, it just immediately opens them again, because the things it sees in its visions just scar it for life. Permanently. It's just a horrible, horrible thing that happens to it. The color scheme comes from a Venonat, which doesn't really help it. because Venonat is a pretty creepy bug in itself, which makes this Pokemon just look creepy overall. There's not a whole lot else going for it other than the word creepy, and I've said that a lot this session, so I mean, who knows? Water bug typing, not feeling it. Needs to be dark. Maybe pure dark, maybe part bug, because I don't know what this, like... We'll go with mouth. We'll say mouth. I don't know if it's actually its mouth. I don't look into Crotone's anatomy that much, but its mouth... Its coloring's weird. Its mouth is weird. I don't know. Mouth is really throwing me off of any kind of theme this Pokemon might have, because I could just go with, it's a creepy dark type Pokemon, but then this mouth makes me think maybe it does need to be a water type. I still think it fits with dark bug more. I think this is a really nice dark bug type Pokemon. Okay, but we're going to move into the comments and see if you guys can make things even worse than these. We have Shedinja on our screen, and this is a holy Pokemon. Look at Shedinja's little halo. It's beautiful. It's probably my favourite part of Shedinja, and I'm happy that it gets brought into every single one of these fusions that has a Shedinja. That's an immediate plus. I love it. Ghastly makes for some weird fusions because it brings all of the gas around it and then recolors it, which, with Glaceon's colour scheme, makes it a very, very fancy colour. I kind of like it. It looks like this is sort of a Princess Shedinja kind of feel. I'm getting a Princess Shedinja feel. I didn't think I would ever say the word Princess Shedinja. That is a strange thing to say. But I'm not opposed to it. I kind of like it. So Shedinja's face gets kind of like cut out, because it has to be in place of Ghastly's face, which is literally just a face. It loses all of its body. But on the plus side, Shedinja's body is kind of dark and kills its owner. I'm going a little bit into lore here, but on Shedinja's back, when you look into its back, it's meant to like suck out your soul or something like that. If it doesn't have a back, it can't suck out your soul. Therefore, this is basically the good version of Shedinja, making it Princess Shedinja. Princess Shedinja, best Pokemon, let's go. Shedinja, the name I have absolutely no words for. It's got shedding in it. Maybe it sheds its face every now and again. That's kind of creepy. But the bug ice typing, I kind of like. I would like for it to have kept a bug ghost typing. Just keep Shedinja's typing, because Ghastly's a ghost. Glaceon isn't really putting any of its type into this Pokemon, I don't feel. It's just making it look more fabulous, which, you know what? I like it. I like the Pokemon fusion. Typing, I think, could be a little bit better, but that's the fusion generator's fault. This is a nice fusion. I'm going to call it a bug ghost type. Princess Shedinja. Brilliant. You know what? I like the use of arrow. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, it's... Oh. Oh. That's a nice Pokemon. That was me not even thinking about the name. I was just like, hey, an Aaron, that's a nice Pokemon. I don't get to see this Pokemon too much. It's got a nice colour scheme. Maybe it'll bring in some nice steel effect with like a little bit of its blue eyes. Maybe it'll have a nice blue sheen. It's Crapper. It's Crapper. That's what happened. We got Crapper. Okay, I mean, it's basically what I call Pelipper anyway. I call Pelipper Toilet Bird. So, I mean, it kind of works. One thing I'm not sure on, though. This is definitely a mouth, right? This is 100% a mouth. But where did its eyes go? Like, Credilli's eyes, yes, they're kind of almost drawn on. But because of Aaron's colour scheme, they just disappeared. It doesn't have eyes. It looks with its mouth, okay? It looks through its mouth. It flies, which is terrifying. It's a rock steel type, so I imagine this thing weighs a crap ton. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with this now. Okay, we're moving on. Oh, and last up we have Regigigas, which is a much more realistic interpretation of how I would imagine Regigigas to actually look. Because let's be honest, yes, it has a little bit of moss around its feet and a couple of bushes conveniently placed into its design in between its, like, shoulder pauldrons or whatever you want to call those weird circular things. I don't know what they are. But this is a more accurate version of Regigigas. The grass normal typing works really, really well, obviously. Regigigas being a normal type, Tangrowth being a grass type. Carnivine's colouring, also keeping it as a grass type, makes the colouring stick as to what it should be. But this is pretty much what you'd expect. It has vines, yes. Of course it would look overgrown. It was sealed away for I don't know how long, but it's a long time. I'm talking like millennia. I have no idea the actual amount, but a long time. Its face, okay, maybe its face wouldn't change into just two weirdly positioned eyeballs that aren't even centered on its body. I'll give it that. The eyeballs probably aren't how it would end up. It would keep its weird blippy light system. Its face is a blippy light system, okay? Look, I can prove it. Boom. Face is a blippy light system. There, proven. That looked really weird as well. But the Pokemon itself looks really nice. Overall, though, some really nice fusions. As always, leave your fusions in the comments below if you want to be featured in next week's episode. If you guys have enjoyed this week's episode, though, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye!